Howdy, Possum Patty here. And my whole family gathered together down at the place to celebrate my brother's 60th birthday. It's funny how everyone in the family is getting older except for moi. But anyway, he wanted some lobster. So we went to the place. Now you may be asking, what place? But let me just tell you, there is no other place like this place anywhere near this place. So that must be the place. The name of the restaurant is The Place. It is a shoreline, a Connecticut shoreline tradition. Now, it's been the place since 1971 when Vaughn Knowles bought the restaurant. Now, he bought it off an old clam digger nicknamed Whitey, who set up this little roadside stand and had roasted clams. So it was like a clam bake place. But it was outdoors, very rustic. There were no chairs. You had to sit on like a sawed-off tree stump. Basically, they didn't sell much besides clams. So Vaughn and his brother, Gary, worked there when they were teens. And then in 1971, when Whitey was selling the place, Vaughn bought it and named it The Place because Whitey always used to say what I just told you. There ain't no place like this place anywhere near this place, so this must be the place. I love that. Anyway, so the family gathered there, and I'm going to do a page about the gathering, and I'll tell you a little bit more about this place because it is quite amazing. And like I said, it's been the place since 1971, but before that it was Whitey's Clam Bake, and that started back in the 40s. So this is a long, long time. Generations of families have gone there every summer as a tradition for tens of years, decades. Come on along. So I got this really cute sticker. It says Guildford, Connecticut, The Place. Has a lobster on it, which I think is funny because it started off as a clam bake. So why don't they have a clam on here? I should ask Vaughn about that. The owner. Yeah, he's been there a very long time. I do have a sticker with a lobster. And I have this paper. I have several, like beach shoreline papers. I got these all really cheap at the flea market early in the season. And I was like, let me pick the one with the shells because that reminds you of clams. Now, they roast all their food on an open fire, and their place where they roast the food is like 18 feet long, and they use hardwood. So they have this area roped off, and they have a huge pile of wood, and they have this huge open fire, and it has metal racks on it. And on one side, they have these huge pots. I guess they steam the lobsters. They might be steaming clams and doing different things on one side. And then like the lobsters, after they're steamed, I think they throw them on the fire and roast them for a couple of minutes before they serve them. And the top rack is all fresh local corn. Now this place is only open in the summertime because, like I said, it's outdoors. There's no indoors. There is a bathroom. You can go indoors. But a thing that was added to the original clam bake shack that was there is like this huge circus tent, this big red and white circus tent. So all the pictures that I took of like where they were cooking and some of the seating and the signs and everything outside, they're clear. But all the pictures that I took of the fam sitting under the big circus tent look red because, of course, it was circus tent. It was red and white stripes. So that's why the pictures are going to look red. No, it wasn't the way I took them, or I didn't put filters on them. And I guess I could try to put a filter on to get some of that red out, but I don't know. I may or may not do that. I have to print a few out with my Canon Ivy. And I was just trying to, plan a spread here in the journal. This is my Mermaid Tale Summer Beach Journal, which is all about the shore, going to the beach, and mermaids, and fam at the beach, and nature at the beach. This place, the place, is a few blocks from the beach. Guildford is a shore town. And I have this other paper that goes with this. Beautiful colors, aren't they? And this is all like embossed stamps. And they're pretty gorgeous. And there's a little mermaid there. So I can decorate the page with the stamps. You got a lobster. Only one lobster. Seahorses. I do like some of the older vintage images too. So we'll see about that. And and of course I got this, which is super fun, and that has to go on there. And I'm trying to think if this is like a decal. What if I find a clear piece of plastic and stick them on that? And I can make a pocket on one side. Do some journaling cards maybe. And then I could do something else on the other side. Sometimes I don't do much planning ahead. All right, so I'm going to look around for a few things, and I will be right back. Hopefully with some ideas. Well, the shells have to go. I know, it's only been a few seconds, but I did have a few minutes because Mr. Possum was on the phone doing business, and Mr. Possum is very loud on the phone. So I gave him some privacy by not recording. And I'm looking at the lobster picture on the shells. And I'm like, well, now I don't know if I like this red with this red. There is blue, but this is black instead of brown. And I looked over to the pile of papers I have over here, and I saw this one. I'm like, oh, this is white and red and blue, and it's more of a black and gray than a brown. So I'm like, yes, I think I like this. It does have shells. Now, I believe these are scallops. They don't look like clams, but still, I love it. So I cut 2 pieces. And don't worry about this one. I cut them to the size of the page, so they will go, where I have these white backgrounds. They'll go right in there, no problem. And then I went into the closet, and I have a few of these clear acetate bags. These are the kind that, like, an artist might put their print in when they sell them. I believe that's what they're for. And an artist gave them to me. Not that I have prints to sell, but I guess she had bought all different sizes and she wasn't using this size. So she gave it to me, and if I turned it the long way, it fit right there. So I just had to cut it off like that. I took it to the sewing machine and I put this, it's not a zigzag. To me, I'm calling this a herringbone to go along with the fish theme. A herringbone pattern for a decorative stitch. And you know what I didn't do? Ooh, I didn't measure the edge. Ooh, okay. The page was too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little bit off right here. Like this. I forgot I left room to rip the edge. And you know what? Will that fit in the book? Let's see. That may just about fit in the book if I cut the paper and the pocket even. I'm going to try not to cut the pocket because now this is double strength because I used the whole. So here was the open end, so I used the 3 closed ends and I put the closed ends at top of the pocket so it would be a little stronger right there. All right, let's keep our fingers crossed. And that fits, yay. Yay. Okay, now we have to get the decal onto the plastic, and I don't know what it is, if it's just a sticker kind of decal. Yeah, it feels sticky. See if I can get it off and put it on there. So back to the place. So now at the place, they have a very limited menu. I'm trying not to wrinkle this. So they have added things like chicken for people who can't eat seafood, lobster, and, you know, like salmon. And they have that corn. Oh, is that crooked? Oh my goodness. It's possum perfect. All right, let me try to get this straightened out. Okay, I got the wrinkle out of the little antenna thing there, but there's no way it's going to come off of there. That was a struggle just to straighten that out, and I don't want to rip it. It is stuck down good and tight. Oh, I see bubbles. Let's see if we get some bubbles out so we don't have any problems with that. So I think they sell a couple of things, drinks and some ice cream, but you are welcome to bring your own sides. So my sister-in-law, my brother's wife there, she made salads and she brought birthday cake, and you could bring your own beer or whatever you want to drink. And she brought a tablecloth and plates. So people were laughing. They said it kind of looks like a campground. And then when you see everybody coming in with these huge coolers and everything, it still looks like a campground. Okay. So we're going to put that on there. I haven't printed out any of the pictures yet, but that's okay. All right, so that side will have a pocket. What will this side have? And I have to remember to make it the right size. See, I cut it like that because I left this little bit here so I could rip like this. And I forgot to do that on the other side. Okay. So what am I going to put on this side? I don't know. So this is a pocket. So I'm going to put a couple of journaling cards in here. And then this side, I do have the little pieces from the bottom that I cut off. I could do another stitch on there. So I think I'm gonna go with, I keep losing my little lobster. See, this little guy, he's so cute, and it kind of reminds me of this big guy over there, so he might show up somewhere. And I think I'm gonna go with the pocket, and I ripped the edge. I remember to do that. But I feel like I want something on the edge of the pocket. And this is one of those big bundles of ribbons that you get at Michael's. I forget what they were. Are these like $10? I don't remember. But I got this one because it's red, white, and blue, you know, on sale like after the holiday. So like after the 4th of July or something. It was on sale. Half price. I could make a combo with different colors. I could get a red, white, and blue. That one goes nicely. I could do a red. Shout out when you see the one that you like. I kind of like this little red one. What else? There's a little blue one. And what else we have? That's the same as that. Oh, we got pom-poms. We got little red pom-poms. Well, I'm liking this one. So I'm going to go back to the sewing machine, sew this pocket on. And of course, if you don't sew, just glue your pocket on. And I'm going to put a little bit of this trim on here across the top of the pocket while I am over there. And I'm going to stop at the door and let the cat in because somebody's banging at the door. Who can it be now? It is little Miss Tiki. Meow. Are you saying hello to everybody? Okay. Okay, well, I think this will be a great place to start my journaling. This also came out perfect. Yes, because I have a cat here now, as I showed you, and she insisted on sitting in my lap and helping me sew. So that was a little difficult. That was just a little difficult. Keep everything straight. So let's go back to the place. Oh yeah, so here we come in. We got a tablecloth. We got sides and desserts and drinks, and we have a huge table. And for some reason, my sister brought Kermit the Frog. Oh, she bought the Kermit the Frog for my mom's birthday because she was going to do sort of a Kermit the Frog green theme. My sister is so into themes. Yeah, so she's going to do a Kermit the Frog green theme for my mom's birthday. So for some reason, she brought it to my brother's birthday. And we had him there. Oh, and the tables have like bottles with fresh flowers in them. I thought that was kind of cool. And my brother did get his lobster for his birthday. I think I had chicken. Mr. Possum had chicken. My sister split a lobster with her hubby. My other sisters split, I think, some salmon. So the food was good. And oh, the roasted corn was yummy, 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 yummy. And let's see. Oh, so the owner, Vaughn, the guy who bought it in 1971. So my brother-in-law, grew up in Guildford, so he knew the guy. He knew the owner. And so the owner came in, and I took a picture of the owner with the brother whose birthday it was. And he was, the owner was showing us pictures on his phone. This was so funny because, we've just had the worst, the worst rainy season ever. I think it was the rainiest July on record. And we've had some torrential downpours. I mean, we're talking like, usually this doesn't happen until we get like our hurricanes and tropical storms in the fall. Uh-oh, we're at the end here. And he's showing us videos on his phone of, he hires all these teenagers to man the fire. So there's some people under the tent. You're okay under the tent, I guess, unless the wind blows. But the kids were all out manning the fire and trying to cook the corn and everything. And it was raining so hard, it was hard to keep the fire going. And they had to, I think they finally put a metal cover over the fire or something so it wouldn't get out. Usually these downpours don't last too long, but yeah, he said usually, sometimes they just close when they can't keep a fire going because it's raining so hard. And if it's raining real hard, a lot of people don't go anyway because it is outside. But I guess this probably wasn't predicted, and there were a lot of people there, and they were cooking food, and then this torrential downpour came, and the pictures were really funny, the videos of the rain pouring off the side of the tent, and the kitchen workers, they don't have a kitchen, the kids were manning the fire, trying to keep the fire going. It was a really fun day. All right, now I'm going to print out some pictures for some journaling cards. And this is what I have so far. I printed out the menu. Now, the menu is this giant sign. It's got boards like slats, and each board has an item and the price on it. Beside the clams, they got shrimp and catfish and bluefish and salmon and lobster. Or they have ribeye steaks, chicken, veggie bobs, and roasted corn. And in little tiny letters there, they have a few things to drink and some desserts and some ice cream. It's BYOB, cash or check, ATM on the site. And I think down here it talks about t-shirts and things. So since 1971, this must be the place. And there wasn't anything here but this piece of seaweed. And I thought the red looked good there. And I got the lobster and the blue whale down there. And I'm working on a big tag to put in that pocket. And this is Brother Marty with his birthday lobster. I layered some scrapbook paper. And I sewed around the edge because we love to sew our paper. And I put a couple trims there and did minimal journaling. Brother Marty gets his birthday lobster at the place. Happy 60th. And I was talking about this the other day. When you sew, sometimes the white core of the paper comes through. So I was thinking about either using the red glitter pen or the blue one. I did this yesterday too. And what you just do is you touch those little white dots there. Kind of make it a little more fun. You don't have to do this. But I'm just going to go around. And I must apologize. When I printed out the picture of my brother with the owner, I realized that this was not Vaughn. This was Gary. Gary is Vaughn's brother, and he did go into business with Vaughn. So Gary and Vaughn Knowles both own the place. Oh my gosh, I'm loving how this is looking. And I'm just putting these blue glitter dots on my simple sewing here. Look at that now. Ooh, I recommend this. Definitely recommend this. And this is just a glitter pen from the Dollar Tree. You get 2 for $1.25. Don't forget to shake it up with the cap on. Okay, now that took a while, but you know me, I just have to do one more thing. So between, picking out the trim and stitching all around and printing out all the pictures and layering the scrapbook paper and doing a little bit of writing and putting glitter dots on everything. Yeah, so I'm going to let this dry before I put it in the pocket, but this will go in this pocket this way. Looks so nice there when it's dry. And then on this side, I'm going to have 2 that'll go in the pocket like that one, and this one. And on these, I also picked out some ribbons and did stitching. This one I put a little off center because I wanted to put the shark there and I wanted some room for his tail. I wanted him, cantilever, so he's like half on the paper and half off the paper. And I'm going to let that dry. And then on this one, I have the picture of the boys and a picture of the girls and the stitching and the trim, same as the other one. Only on the back of this one, I did it a little bit differently. I made like a little flip book. The date, the place, where we were, why we were there. And then because I have the boys up here and the girls down there, I did the boys and the girls. So when those are dry, they'll be in there. And so that was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. It took me a while. Much longer than this video could be. And I just want to thank you for coming along today. And maybe someday you'll get to that place, because there's no other place near that place that's like that place. So that must be the place. Happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.